this. I'm going to show you how I achieved this. I've done this, I've sent the video, but then let's go ahead. Let me see if everything is working. Oh, let's see if everything is working first before we can go ahead. Happy New Year to you. Moderation helps every feels. Yeah. Wow. Thank you as you're joining. Let me see, let me bring this one down so that we can be all seeing what I'm doing. You're welcome, Carolina. You're welcome, Marlene. You're welcome. Share the live, please. Share the live. Let's do a few things today. Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year to all my students, everyone watching me. Thank you so much for joining the live. Let's go ahead and do something this evening. So this one, before we go into our normal practical, let's do this. This is what we are going to do now. Do you see the way I cornrow this? Before you do this, before you cornrow it, just get a few sections out from the, look at it, to start your braids. I just took out a little bit of section before starting the braid. So the braid is like this. So now I've been telling you guys that we use crochet pin to do a lot of things. So when I'm teaching online, I told you, you can learn when we're doing practical. I say, learn everything about Do Good, you're welcome, Facility, Mike, Mikel, you're welcome, Ninevia, you're welcome, Georgina, everybody coming, you're welcome, Purple Passion, you're welcome, Abarawa, you're welcome, Nana Koshwa, you're welcome to the live. Everybody is welcome. Time Man, Baby Bell, B17L, Flying, you're welcome. Sugar Plum, you're welcome. Benny, you're welcome. Everyone, you're welcome to this live. So let's go ahead. Now, before you do this, before you start using your crochet pin to install the hair that you're going to, you've already braided your natural hair like this. I hope everybody can see this. I hope it's visible enough. You've already braided your natural hair like this. Before you braid the natural hair, take a little bit out from the beginning. Look at it. Take a little bit out, then you braid the hair. So after braiding, you now go ahead and get your crochet pin. When you get your crochet pin, we are going to section this hair. Let's start from here to start putting the crochet from the beginning. I'm going to be combining two colors. Like what you saw here, I have two colors. Can you see it? The green, I first of all start using the green, then I'll start putting the gold. Then I start using the green, then I'll start putting the white color. So it gives you that two color shades color. Use to attract more viewers. Share the video, like the video. The more we like it, tap and share. It's going to, even if it's few minutes we have here, it's going to be okay for us to just stay. So now I'm going to be using the crochet now to, I've splitted up the extension because I'm going to be putting gold first, then we'll now come, I'm using gold and red at the back. So we'll start with gold. So the next step you're going to do, go ahead and open your crochet pin. This is the crochet pin. Open the crochet pin. I hope everybody's seeing it. Go ahead and install. Look at where I'm putting the crochet pin. I'm not dipping it down to the hair, just on top of the hair like this. Look at it. On top of the braided crochet. Can you see it? On top of it. Then you now go ahead and do this. Place it. When we finish this, I'm just going to teach us like 3 methods of how we can install the braid. Look at it. Put it like that. Then you go ahead, take the next one. I've already sectioned the hair. You section this hair. When you section this hair, you start putting them using your crochet pin to install it. Yes. So these are simple style you can do for yourself as a beginner. Because this class, we are all friendly beginners. Simple way of doing this cornrow. That is what I'm showing you. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome. Let's go ahead and do this. Look at it. We install it. If you don't know how to use crochet pin, this is how to use the crochet pin. You're all welcome. Look at it. This is how to use the crochet pin. The crochet pin has this lash to cover it like this. Let me set this camera very well. The crochet pin has this lash to open and close it. Before you do this, just go ahead and open it. Then you go ahead. The next one, I'm going to be taking this one, place it like that in the middle. After cornrowing the hair, then you just close it, pull it on both other sides, then you bring it out. We're going to cornrow this hair. This is how I achieve this. So let's go ahead. Let's share the video, like the video. The more we like it, it's going to be okay for us so that they won't think we're idle. Please, I want to be seeing that right. I want to be seeing that icon, please. Go ahead. Oh, the heart icon. Go ahead and do that. If you know your thank you so much and God bless you. Tap, 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 tap. Share the videos. Share the videos. Let's do this quickly. Then I'll teach you 3 good methods. Normally we have 6 methods. I'm going to teach like 3 methods. If we have the enough time, if you know we can wait, we'll do that. But if not, let's pull this one out. You bring it out. When you pull it out, go ahead and I'm going to be mixing 2 colors at the same time, 2 shade color. I'm using the gold one. Look at the gold color. We're going to be using gold and red. So when I finish installing this, I'm going to install the red. Then you now crochet this here. As you're joining me, please go ahead and share the video. Share the video. Share the video. Share the video. Where is this one going? Let's bring it out because this one is, you want to cause obstruction now. I don't want it to cause obstruction. Go ahead and install it again. Place your crochet pin there. Go ahead and hook it. Make sure that all the hair is intact. Then you close it. Then you pull it. When you pull it, release it. Open it. Can you see it? Thank you so much. Go ahead and share the videos. Look at it. I'm giving gap in between. So now we're going to crochet it. After putting all the gold, I'm mixing 2 colors. You can decide to use 1 color. That's absolutely okay. But I'm mixing the color together. I'm doing a 2 shade color. You pull it out to make sure that they're on here. Can you see? Then the next one, I'm going to be adding the red color. I'm going to be adding is it red or orange? Whatever it is, look at it. We're going to be adding this. Share the videos, please. Let's go ahead and do this. Then after we finish this, I'm going to be showing you how you can install your braids because now you need to do your kids' hair going back to school. Going back to school, you pull it out. Let's go ahead and pull it out. So when you pull it out, gradually bring it out. This is all you can do with crochet pin. Share the videos, like the videos. Oh my God. Please, tap, 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 tap. If you're just joining for the first time, please go ahead and tap the video. Go ahead. Let's install this. Then we'll now cornrow it. Let's install this. Then we'll now cornrow it. Go. I'm not dipping it from the down. I'm just taking it from the top. I'm taking it from the top. If you're joining me for the first time, you're welcome. If you have not followed the channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and do that. After we do this, I'm going to be teaching you how you can do what? Install your extension by doing your braids. This one is called, I think it's called Butterfly Cornrows. That is the title I gave it. I don't know what other people will give this, but it's called Butterfly Cornrows. That's how you're going to insert it. Share the videos, like the videos. Thank you so much. God bless you all for everyone supporting this live. Thank you so much for everyone supporting the live. So we go ahead. This is a crochet pin. This hair, you use the crochet pin to do it. By inserting this hair, let me go ahead and insert it. Make sure everything is fitted into it. Look at it. No matter how big it is, just make sure it's fitted in. Then you close it. Then you gradually pull it out. Let's see. Gradually pull it out. Pull. When you pull, then you do what? You open it. Can you see? You've already sectioned all the hair down. What you do, you've already sectioned the hair down before you start doing this. This is all we do online here, right? Let me put some in between here. Let me put another one there to fill it up while we cornrow it. Gee. Then you go ahead and pull it. Bring it out. Then you do this. Whoosh. Can everybody see it? Then go ahead and share the video. Go ahead and share the video. Thank you so much for joining. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome. We're going to do that. Then we'll now cornrow this hair. I know at this point, most people, they will think, oh, this is what you do with the crochet pin. If you don't know how to use the crochet pin, you have to learn it. Go ahead and open this, place it this way. Share the videos, share the videos. Thank you so much and God bless you for doing that. After this one, you just go ahead and install. Look at it. Make sure that this thing is fitted in. Then you go ahead and put it there. Look at it. Then you close it with this. Pull it out. Bring it out. Then you release it. Then you bring it out. We are going to cornrow this in few minutes now. I only have 2 left. When it gets to the back, I make it tiny. You just put it 1 or 2 here. If you're joining for the first time, you're highly welcome to the live. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead. Then after this, I'm going to teach you 3 good methods of how you can install the extensions into your braid. Then we'll call it a day because now we have to do our hair going back to school. It's busy now anyway. So let's go ahead and do this. Put it right. That's the last one. Thank you so much if you're joining. Can you see what we have done now? Section it from the beginning. Start using your crochet pin. Look at the crochet. Happy New Year. My first time planning to do short course in braiding from Jamaica. Yes. That's absolutely okay. So that is it. Let's go ahead and cornrow this hair now. Let's go ahead and how am I going to position myself? I need to position myself so that you can be seeing me. But let's start the hair first. So look at the hair. I have to bring this out a little bit. Happy New Year to you, Mrs. AA. God bless you all. Happy New Year to everyone. I wish you good luck this year. So now, this is the hair we just brought up. We have to section this hair into 3. See? Then you start your cornrow. You see? Start your cornrow. Go ahead and start your cornrow. You see it? When you start it, you cornrow it a little bit. Then you start picking up your extension. Let me cornrow it more to this side. Then you start picking the extension. Go ahead and pick the extension like that. You see? You put this one as well. Bring it in. Then you cornrow. And bring this one in. I'm going to turn this camera a bit now. Let's go ahead and do the front bit. Right? You take this one and bring it in. Cornrow it. Start adding up. See, as you're going, you bring this one in. You come in. Go ahead and do this. I'm not going to make it tight because you're going to pull it like butterfly. So my cornrow at this point is not going to be too tight. I'm just taking the extension from both sides. Don't make it too tight. Don't make it too tight because we're going to be pulling it like this. I'm going to swipe to the back now. Don't worry. I'm going to change it to the back so that you can see what I'm doing. Let me change it to the back. Let's change it to the back. Let's change it to the back. See? This okay. I hope it's okay like this. Then you gradually start taking this and start cornrowing this hair. I'm not going to be making this hair tight. It's 2 shaded color that I've added. Take this one here. Start cornrowing the hair. Go ahead. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome. We're going to be doing our normal class. I'm just using this as a starter to us. So you take this other one. You see the one I'm picking those hair? To position this very, very well, you go ahead and do this. Don't make the cornrow too tight. Don't make the cornrow too tight. Don't make it too tight. You take it. You go ahead and put this one. I'm not making the cornrow tight because you're going to pull it on both sides. You're going to pull it. After cornrowing your hair under, you use your crochet to pass this extension underneath. Then you start doing your cornrows. I'm not going to make it too tight. Start taking them from them side. Taking it from the side and put it. Go ahead, look at it, take it. If you're joining me for the first time, let's share the videos, please. Share the videos because we're going to do our practicals now. Let's finish this one. Then we'll go ahead and do our normal way of adding extension into our braids. This one is a quick butterfly hairstyle. You see, now I'm going to grab this one now, put everything there. Yep. Can you see it? Then you now start doing the finishing touch. You see you see how the two colors shaded just blended in? Let's go ahead and do this. Let's finish it. Then we'll start from the down. Let me push this up. Just a quick one before we get into our normal braiding, right? Ooh, if you're joining for the first time, you're highly welcome. This one is just butterfly cornrows. When you braid it up to the end, what are we going to do now? Let's start pulling. Look at it. You start from the end. Me, I started from the end and start pulling it on both sides like this. So you keep pulling it. Take it from the down and pull it. This one. So it's going to give you that butterfly look. Let me just quickly pull it, then I'll show you guys. Pull it is a simple way of doing this hairstyle anyway. That's why when you're doing the cornrow, don't make it too tight. Don't make it too tight. Do not make it too tight. Okay, let's see the result of what we have done. Can everybody see it? See how beautiful it is. So the first thing you have to do when you're doing this hair, just cornrow your hair first. It's beautiful, yes. It's absolutely beautiful. You see the two color shaded colors? Oh my God. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, I hope we're seeing what I'm doing. Oh, it's so beautiful on this side. So you cannot go ahead and hold it. Look at the three colors. Can everybody see it? If you know you want it more bulky, just pull it on both sides and expand it. You see, the more you pull it on the side, the wider it becomes. Can everybody see it? Now this is it. Haven't seen it? Okay. That's it. I have a video on it I've just done. So if you miss it, go ahead and watch the video. Let's do one the method of getting into our braiding. Look at this. You can decide to use one color. The video is there. I've sent the video. Go ahead and watch the video. You see it? Beautiful. So now let's go ahead and do other things. That's a quick one. So now I'm going to be showing you now let's do some practicals. Let's do some practical. This is what we normally do online here. That's just the style of the day. We use that as a style of the day. So now I'm going to show you 6 methods of how you can do your braids. So if you don't know how to install your braids, let's go ahead and do this. Do some method. I didn't see how you missed the color. Ewo, mommy. Okay, go ahead and watch the videos. Chicken. Go ahead and watch the videos. You know, like when I was mixing the color, I've started with, you first of all cornrow the braid. You first of all do your cornrows underneath. You understand? The cornrow, normal natural cornrow with your natural hair. So when you do the cornrow with your natural hair, the next step you're going to do, you have to take your crochet pin. You use your crochet pin and start. The video is there because we just did it now. And there's a video there. 2 videos I've sent in about this hair. You just use your crochet pin and start installing the colored. Then I stopped here with the gold. Then I started putting the red from this side. So while you're braiding the hair, it's going to give it that 2 shaded color. Can you see it? Then if you want to pull it, after cornrowing the hair, you just go ahead and use your hands to pull it. Most people use the comb to do that, but you just use your hands. They'll bring out that butterfly wings out of it to make it beautiful. You can still do this one as well because I've done this one. I did all this one to do the video. The color is so beautiful. You see how blended these colors are? Can you see how beautiful it is? Even if you want to do like, when are you going to do stitch braid? Okay, you have to pay for the class now. Come into the class. Let's do normal braid here. Come into the class and we'll do stitch braid for that. The classes are going on. Enrollments are going on. So if you want the beginners class, intermediate, click on my link there. Go on the stand store. Just register yourself there. It's going to be okay. So let's go ahead and do some methods teaching you how to add extension. Auntie, I remember our 100K live. Oh my God, my angel. Thank you, thank you. Please, Oya, now that you're here, now start tapping. Mommy Sophie, how are you? Happy New Year to everyone that is coming. As you're joining, we have to do something because I'm busy this week. Oh, I'm really busy. See, let me come up online this evening. So this week, you might be seeing me coming late sometime because I'm busy. It's a busy time. When will you show how to do knotless braid? Join the class, my dear. The class is there where you can do all the knotless braid. All we do online here is learning how to braid and everything. Have you known how to braid? Learn how to do this first. When you learn how to do this, knotless braid is the easiest things you can do so far. So let's go ahead and do this. So in today's lesson, I'm not going to be using this crochet pin. Is the first method we do for beginners. Let's go ahead and do this. Do the 3 from the beginners, then we'll do the other ones. Maybe no repeats this evening. So now I'm going to be taking this hair like this. If you don't know how to use your crochet pin, you have to go ahead and use it. I've told you that we do crochet pin with a lot of things. Look at this hair we did now. If you don't know, we use crochet pin to insert this hair before we start braiding. You have to learn how to do this. If you don't have it, go ahead and get one for yourself because there are so many styles you do. That is why when you come online here, you learn so many things. Now let's do this a little bit, then we'll now go ahead. Highlight the hair you're going to be working with. Use your clip to hold on to this. So when you use your clip to hold on to this, go ahead and brush it. This first method, because I have 6 methods I showed online. There's a mother that just called me today and said, please come and learn this thing. There are some minor things as a mother or everyone can learn to help her. The kids are going back to school. So learn something that you use in doing their hair very fast. So now we have the rubber band because most of the braiders, they are going to be busy this period of time. Everybody wants to do their hair at the same time, going back to school. So now we are going to get the rubber band. If you're not seeing the rubber band, all we need for this method is get your rubber band, get your tail comb, get your extensions. Now I'm going to be holding this hair with the rubber band. No time, look at it. Highlighted, make sure the hair is combed very well. That is the first thing you have to remember. Always comb your hair. The reason is that you don't want your hair to be breaking out. You don't want your hair to be breaking out because if you don't comb your natural hair when you're installing your braid, it's going to break your hair definitely. So braid is a protective style, so we have to use the technique and the right way of doing it to do it. So after highlighting the hair, I have this rubber band. This first 3 methods I'm going to be showing, they are all friendly beginner. Let's continue to tap. Oh, I know it's almost bedtime. Give it till 9 o'clock. They will just call it a day today, because I just want to come and say Happy New Year to everyone. Then I refresh our memory of how to go about doing our kids' hair during this period of time. Refreshing your mind, because a lot of us are going back to school next week, Monday and Tuesday. So you have to do something on this children's hair. If you've been learning this technique, go ahead and refresh your mind towards it. So now this is the rubber band with the crochet pin. This is my rubber band. I'm going to secure this hair with a rubber band. Let's go ahead and do this. If you're a beginner, you don't know how to do hair, please use this method though. Don't be shy because you don't know the natural and traditional method. You're still going to learn it, because I'm still going to teach you online how to use this method. But the first thing first, go ahead and try this way of doing it. Normally when you're doing kids' hair and they cry a lot and their scalp is always sensitive, use the rubber band method and do your children's hair. They will sit down quietly because it's not going to hold them. Thank you so much everyone for supporting this live. I'm really grateful. I said, no, let me come out there because of us. So at this point, we've secured this hair with the rubber band. Go ahead and do what? Pull it on both sides. When you pull it on both sides, make sure it's secure, but not too tight. Don't make it too tight. It's secured now, not too tight. Do you know what this rubber band have done for us now? Normally, when we are installing our hair naturally, natural way of installing hair, you find it very difficult to do that. With this one, it's easier for you to install this hair and start braiding. Let me get the extensions we're going to use. I think we're going to be using green. Let's finish up our green. Let me go ahead and use this green. We still have some green left. And now I'm going to comb this hair. My brush is not here, but let's use this one and just comb it out. Make sure your extensions are always smooth and nice. It will give that braid very, very nice. You won't be having all those tiny things around when it's properly brushed. So I'm going to be taking this hair medium. My medium size I'm going to be taking. Look at it. Normally my medium might not be your own medium. Your medium might be slightly bigger than this. It doesn't really matter. But the only thing is that when you start braiding hair, make sure you use the extension. If you start with this size, let this extension be the same size that you use in finishing up the hair. Thank you so much. Make sure you add this extension. This size will be the size to finish up all the hair. We're going to split this extension into 2. Ratio 2:1, meaning that the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. This one you have on your left hand, go ahead and just put it on one side. Then we're going to grab this little one on my right hand. What are we going to do with it? Make sure you put it on the same level. Then at the end of the day, create a loop like this. Use your thumb and index finger. This is my thumb. That is my index finger. This is my middle finger. This is the ring finger. This is the little and pinky finger. You will hear me most of this time. When we are doing hair, I keep mentioning, oh, I'm holding this hair with my thumb and index finger. You know that I'm using this hand and this. Because these 2 fingers, they play vital roles when we're doing hair. They play very important roles when you're doing hair. So now you're going to create a loop. Let's go ahead and create this loop like this. Look at it. Create this loop. Now we are going to be using our crochet pin. Look at it. This crochet pin did the same wonders on this hair. Learn how to use your crochet pin. We use our crochet pin to insert this hair before we start weaving it. If you miss this hair, the video is there. Go ahead and do it. 2 color shaded cornrows. This is butterfly cornrows. We just did it online now before everybody start coming in. So now if you know you missed that part, the video is there. Go ahead and watch it and try it. You first of all cornrow your normal hair, then you now start installing. What we are going to do with this crochet pin, look at it. Crochet pin has a latch. Look at it. You can open it and you can close it. Now let's open it. You open it, then you now insert it from the top. Insert the crochet pin from the top of the where you have secured it with the rubber band. Let's go ahead and put it in. You're going to insert it there. It's going to come out on the other side. If you find out that this hair here is disturbing you, quickly get your clip. Don't waste your time. Use your clip to hold it on this side. Then you now go ahead and get the smaller part of the extension that we splitted into 2. This is the smaller part. Create that loop. When you create the loop, go ahead and insert it here. Look at it. Put it in there. When you put it in there, close the lash now. Then you gradually pull this hair. You see, while I'm pulling the hair, I'm holding this hair with my tankma. I'm really learning a lot from you. Oh, thank you so much, Sweet Candy. My sweet Candy, thank you for learning. Go ahead and do your children's hair this time, eh? They are going back to school Monday and Tuesday. No excuses. When you call your brother and they say, oh, I'm booked up, tell daughter to sit down, use the rubber band method, do something on their hair going back to school to save you your time and your money. So now this is it. When you bring it out like this, the next step you're going to do, because you have inserted the crochet pin under this, what are you going to do now? Go ahead and split this hair, natural hair, into two again and move it on both sides. Not too tight. What this does is that it secures the hair more to the root. At this point, that is it. Go ahead and start braiding this hair. At this point, you start braiding this hair. That's how simple this method is. Not Abu. What is your name? Okay, not Abu. Not Abu. My name is Grace, as you can see. Thank you so much for joining the live. So now this is it. The other part of it that is 2 times bigger. What are you going to do now? If you have not followed the account, follow this account so that you can be able to see me when I come live. When I just come in live, you'll just be able to see. Thank you so much, my darling. Share, star stick. God bless you. If you follow the account, you get a notification that I'm live. Then you now come and learn. So now we are going to braid this hair. This method we are doing now is a rubber band method using the crochet pin. In case you're new, this tap the screen. Thank you, my love. Please remind them, somebody should volunteer to tap. Don't let them restrict us in this evening. So the little time we are going to spend is going to be very, very important because you need to learn something and you need to do your kids' hair going back to school. That is why I came out late, because me, I'm busy. I'll be busy with my children. If they want me to come live with them, I'll do. But if not, you see me being busy doing their hair until they go back to school. Then we're back to our normal classes. So now, this is it. Now you're going to hold this with your left hand, holding it with your thumb and your index finger. Take this extension that is 2 times bigger, place it right there. Hold it with your thumb and your index finger. This method is the rubber band method using the crochet pin. Now we are going to go ahead and braid this hair. This is how simple it is. You're holding it with your thumb and your index finger with your left hand. Go with your right hand now to start braiding. If you know you're a right-handed person, this is when you're going to start this hair with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, start with your left hand to start braiding this hair. Normally, when we are doing the rubber band method, the natural hair stays in the middle. Do not worry. As a new beginner, go ahead and braid this hair. When you get used to braiding, you're going to split this natural hair into other extensions. So let's start braiding. Watch me as I braid. Now you're going to take this one. If you're a right-handed person, take this one, bring it in. Bring it into the left. From your right hand into the left. Then you grab this one in the middle. Push it now to the right hand. Secure it with your thumb and index finger. Don't let go so that it won't unravel. Then you take this one on your left hand. Bring it into your right. That is it. Secured. Then you start braiding the hair. That is how simple this method can be. The next step you're going to do, because we have the natural hair in the middle, make sure that the extensions are now covering the natural hair. The reason is that we want our natural extension, because now we're using a brown shade. This is a brown shaded hair and our extensions is green. We don't want to be seeing our brown hair on top of our braid. So you go ahead and use your extension to cover it. It's called tucking in. Then you start braiding. Can you see it? You see how simple this method is? Even if it's your first time to do hair, you can get this method. You start braiding immediately. Because we have some students that find out, saw me doing this hair once, they start doing their kids' hair immediately. So you go ahead and try this method. You see how simple it is. And you see how beautiful it is. Awesome. Thank you so much. Beeps, Bo. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much. So now, you just go ahead and start braiding the hair. This method is a rubber band method using the crochet pin. They are all friendly beginners. If you know you have not followed this account, can you do it one more time? Don't worry. I'm here because of you. Let's go ahead. Do you have a store to do braid? Oh my God, I'm at home with my kids, so I don't have store. Alime Torres, I don't have store. So pretty. Thank you so much, my love. As you're joining, please share the video. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to my video, please. If you have not followed, follow, so that when I come out on the notification. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Royalty, God bless you for doing that. I really appreciate you. So now let's go ahead and braid it. I'm going to show you this method. Very simple method for you to do your kids' hair going back to school. Back to school on Tuesday, back to school on Monday. So you have to do something on those kids' hair this weekend. That is why I came out, to refresh your mind, to let you know what you're going to do. Look at it. This method is a rubber band method. Thank you, and God bless you all. This method is a rubber band method using the crochet pin. You see how beautiful the braid is? As a beginner, if you do that, nobody will say you're not the one that did this hair. So don't wait until you know how to do the natural and traditional method, which I'm going to teach you online. But first of all, these ones are friendly beginners. I appreciate you. I needed to learn that first step. Yes, you have to go through the first step first. Learn this one first. It's not going to push you up. If you have that passion to braid hair, thank you so much. Bips Boo. Please follow the gifters. So you know the gifter, when you see those gifters, click follow because they will come. Rubber band, don't break the hair. No, my love, it doesn't break the hair. Most people say it's online that if you don't want it, if you want it slippery, you have to add the rubber band in an oil, baby oil, before you use it. But for me, it doesn't break. When you want to take this hair off, gradually take the hair off. When it comes to the rubber band part, go ahead and snap the rubber band from the root and just take it off. Don't pull it towards your hair. If you pull it towards your hair, that's why it's going to be drawing your hair. When you take the hair off, the rubber band at the head of the root, you just snap it, just remove it, and that is it. The hair will remain and your hair will grow long. Even before you take the hair off, you're going to find out that your hair has increased in size. You see the undergrowth already. After having this hair for 2 or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, you see the undergrowth there already grown. So now we are going to go into the next method. Watch me as I do this next method. This first method we use the crochet pin. Knotless one, please. Knotless one is, learn this how to do this one first. We're going to do knotless. So now when you have this one is the crochet pin we use for this one. If you don't have the crochet pin, do not worry about it. I'm going to show you another method you're going to use to achieve the same result. So let's go ahead and do it. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome to this class. Go ahead and follow the account so that when I come on live, you get notification that I'm live. These days I have to be coming live anytime I'm free because I'm busy a lot. Well done, man. Thank you so much, Moms Olivia, you're welcome. Thank you so much and God bless you. So now we are going to do what? Comb this hair. Comb it out. Always comb the hair out. It's very, very important. When you're doing hair, always make sure this hair is combed out. Reason is that if you don't comb the hair out, you're going to be putting up these braids between 4 to 8 weeks. But normally the kids them stay 6 weeks of every time. You're going to be leaving that hair for 6 weeks. When you don't comb the hair out before you fix the extension, when you're taking the child's hair out, it's going to be pulling their hair. Don't do that. Learn in the right way. You find out that your kids' hair will be growing nicely. So now, thank you, Mifobasi. Thanks for doing this. Subscribe. Thank you, my love. Thank you, my love. Share the video. Hey, sis, fix your second button. Okay, thank you so much. My sister, you're so beautiful. Thank you for reminding me. I'm so carried away. Thank you for doing that. I meant third button. Okay, thank you, love. I've done it. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. So now let's go ahead and comb this. When you do that, now we are not going to put the rubber band straightly on this. All you're going to do now, if you don't have the crochet pin to insert the first one, don't worry, you can still do the method. Go ahead and split this hair into 2. Look at it. Split it into 2 like this. When you split it into 2, leave it this way. Go ahead and get your extension. Now I'm using a medium extension. If you don't know how to take your extension, we explain different things on this class. If you don't have time tonight, if you know that, I'm going to show you how to do that. This is the size you're using as a medium. For instance, as a beginner, you don't know how to take your extensions. Most people, their problem is that extensions are not equal. If they are doing braids, one braid is micro, the other one is mini, the other one is jumbo. No chance. You don't want to do that. Don't learn how to do hair that way. Learn how to do hair in a way that if you have started your extensions with this size, go ahead and continue with this size. Don't increase it. The same size until you finish your braid. If you want a jumbo size, take this jumbo size, start with it from the beginning. Make sure you take this size until you finish your braid. It's going to give your braid a uniform braid. Can you see my braid the way it is? I'm using medium size. All of them are now equal. Can you see it? It makes the braid look uniform and more professional. If you want to learn that way, go ahead and do that. But if you find it very difficult to take this extension, before you start doing your hair as a beginner, outline the braids. Outline the extension, like take a rack. If you have a rack, that is fine. If you don't have a rack, take the handle of your dining chair, the seat. Go ahead and section this hair. Do about 10 of it like this, with this size you want, with the size you want. Section about 10 or 20 or 15 before you start your braid, so that it will make your braid now look uniform. That is by the way. I'm explaining in between so that you can understand. Now that we have our braids, this is the size I'm using. Go ahead and section this into ratio 2:1, meaning that you're going to split this hair. The one I have on my right hand should always be 2 times the one I have on the left hand. Take this one you have on the left hand, put it on one side. Take it on one side. Then you now come at the end of the day, take this one that is smaller on this other side, place it on the same level. Now come and place it in the middle of this hair. Look at it. You highlighted the hair, split the hair into 2, place this in the middle. This method are all beginners friendly. If you have not braided before and it's your first time, go ahead and try this method. You're going to braid immediately. Put it in the middle. The next step you're going to grab a rubber band. This rubber band I'm talking about is a tiny bit of rubber band. They come in different colors. If you want to buy a colored one, that is absolutely fine. If you know your hair is gold and you want to get the golden one, it's okay. But then black is preferable. You go ahead and take this black. So when you take this black, normally you're supposed to be taking one of the rubber bands. But then when I teach online, I don't use one because sometimes when you're trying to use one to secure the root, it gets snapped. I don't want it to snap. That's why I double it. So if you want to go with my method of doubling it, go ahead and double it into 2. Then you go ahead, do what? Use the natural hair, cover it while your extensions in the middle, you go ahead and secure it. This method are really good for the beginners. Go ahead and use it. If you have not followed the account, go ahead and follow the account. If you have not subscribed, my dear, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the account so that when I come on live, you're going to get a notification that Grace is live. I'm securing this. The reason why we are doing all this method is that as a beginner, you find it very difficult to do the natural and traditional method of how to secure your extension. I'm going to teach you that on this live. But then let's start with this one to make it more easier for those that are starting to learn how to do hair. Then it's going to be easier for them. Go ahead and secure this rubber band until you exhaust all the rubber band. Can you see it? Thank you so much, Damita. God bless you. So now all the rubber band is secured. What are you going to do? Split this hair into 2. Look at it. Go ahead and pull it on both sides. Not too tight. When you're pulling it, follow each other, please. Follow the gifters. When you see the gifters, help us to meet our goal to evening. Share the live and at the same time tap. God bless you for that. And if you're joining us for the first time, you're highly welcome. This class, we're really friendly beginners. If you have any question, don't think it's stupid, nah lie. Go ahead and put it on the comment section. We're going to answer it. Here, we are really friendly to the beginners. No, if you don't know how to braid at all, come into this class. You're going to learn. So now that you've pulled this hair to this other side, not too tight, you're going to release it. Release this extension, bring it down. At this point, I'm enjoying this. Oh, thank you so much, Chi to King. Thank you so much. Now that you've pulled it to this point, you started braiding the hair already because the down is secured. What gives you fear have been done already with the rubber band. Thank you so much. Damitola Maybe, God bless you for that. So now we are going to take the other part of the hair that is 2 times more bigger than the one we installed in the middle. Go ahead and grab this. Look at it. When you hold this, it's like this. Make sure that you put them on the same level. The reason why you're putting them on the same level is that so that you can have a good finishing end when you're braiding your hair. You don't want to start borrowing hair as a beginner. It will be difficult for you. So just go ahead and make sure they are on the same level. Okay, now the next step we're going to do, we're going to braid this hair. You see how simple this hair is. If you have not tried this method, don't waste time. Go ahead and try this method and do your kids' hair during this time. We have break and they're going back to school. Make sure you do their back to school hair and come online here to show me on the camera. So now this is it. Now that you have it like this, the hair is already secured. Hold this hair now with your left hand. This is my left hand. Hold the hair that you secured with the rubber band on the right hand. Take this one that you're going to plait, put it on top of it. Secure it with your thumb and your index finger. While we are doing this method, I hope you have this in your page. They are all in my page, my love. There's a lot of video you can watch on my page. If you start watching them now, you start making it. Thank you so much, Damito. God bless you. Please follow the gifters. When you see anybody gifting, follow them because they will come to your life and help you as well. So now, when you come to this level, when we are doing the rubber band method, because I have 3 methods I'm going to show you. We've done the first one using the crochet pin. This is the second one without the crochet pin. Then when you're using the rubber band method, the natural hair stays in the middle. Don't worry as a beginner. You see that we'll braid this hair. When you start getting used to braiding, my dear, you just quietly split this natural hair to the other side. But at this point, I don't want you to complain or say, okay, I'm finding it very difficult. No, it's an easy way to braid. If you're a left-handed person, use your left hand to start. If you're a right-handed person, always start your braid with your right hand. So because I'm teaching you now, I'm a right-handed person. Let's go with the right hand. While I'm still securing this hair with my thumb and my index finger, let's go ahead. Take this one from your right hand, bring it into the left. In. When you bring it into the left, you grab this one in the middle, push it to this right hand, secure it with your thumb and index finger. Grab this one on the left hand, bring it into your right hand. That is it. Oh, you started braiding this hair. You see how simple this method could be? That is just it. If it's your first time, you don't know how to braid, try this method. I'm giving you 95%. Leave that 5 because you're a beginner. Try this method, you're going to braid. Giving you 95% assurance that you're going to braid this hair. So let's go ahead. And now at this point, because the natural hair is in the middle, let's go ahead and take our extension to cover the natural hair. We don't want it to be showing. Yes, we don't want it to be showing. So you just go ahead and adjust your braid before you start. It makes your braid. I'm on live now. What is it? Go upstairs. Don't stop making noise. Eh? No, not because I'm live. Sorry about that. So now let's go ahead now. You start braiding. When you start braiding, now when you're using your extension to cover your natural hair, it's called tucking your natural hair in. What it does is that it makes your braid look more professional and your braid will be more beautiful and it will last longer. When you use your extensions to cover your natural hair while braiding, it will make the braid last longer. Your natural hair is not going to be showing on top. Just go and watch it. When you do your braid and you find out that your natural hair is always popping up, within 1 to 2 weeks, the hair is getting old. But then when you make sure that you tuck this extension, your natural hair in, by using your extensions to cover the natural hair, it's going to make the braid last longer and look beautiful. If you have not followed the account, go ahead and follow the account. I have classes coming up this January. If you're interested in my classes, go ahead and click on the button there. You see the stand store, register. If you want the new beginners class, go ahead and do that. If you want the intermediate class, go ahead and enroll. If you want the advanced class, go ahead and do that. Thank you so much for that. God bless you. Ola Elizabeth, thank you so much and God bless you all. Now, let's go ahead and see what we have done. Look at it. First method, crochet and rubber band method using the crochet pin. We achieved this. Second method, only the rubber band method. Using this, we achieved this. Do you see how beautiful these 2 braids we just did now? So go ahead as a new beginner to do the rubber band method. It's going to help you to start with. Then now we're moving gradually into the natural and traditional method. This third method I'm going to show you is part of the rubber band method. Let's say, for instance, you don't want the rubber band on your hair, you want to use the other method. Let me show you what to do. This other last method that related to the rubber band method, you are not using the crochet, you're not using the rubber band method. Let me demonstrate it, then you can see it. So at this point, you're going to take this hair, make sure you brush it. Watch me as I do this method. This method I'm doing, there's no rubber band, there's no crochet. By the time you see it, it's almost related to the natural and traditional method of doing your braids. So as a new beginner, if you want to really go ahead and make sure your braids are okay, go ahead and you can still try this method without the rubber band. Go ahead and split this hair into 2 after combing your hair. Make sure you always comb your hair. Look at it. You split it into 2 equal parts, leave it this way. Then you're going to grab your extension. This is my medium extension. Can you see it? If you're doing your extension, make sure all your extensions are the same thing. If you're using medium to start, use medium to finish all your hair. If you're using micro, take extension micro to finish all your braids. If you're using jumbo, make sure that extensions will be jumbo from beginning to the end. It doesn't really matter. If you want the hair to go fast and you want to finish very fast, it's your natural hair that you have to increase, not the extension. Put that on your note as a beginner. If you know, for instance, the way I'm doing this hair now, I want this hair to finish in just 2 minutes or 3 minutes. I'm going to split this hair into 4. Then I'll braid it with the same size of extension. Then we're gone. That is how you're going to do it. But at the end of the day, make sure that your extensions are always the same size. Now we are going to split this extension into 2. Ratio 2:1, meaning that the one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. I'm going to explain the reason why we split our braid this way. Let's take this one that is 2 times bigger. Just put it on one side. When you put it on one side, go ahead and equate this one. These 3 methods we are doing, they are all beginners friendly. If you don't know how to hold the extension, natural and traditional method, please, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and use this method and start braiding. It will help you to speed it up in your braid, because at the end of the day, if you know how to install the braid, the next step you have to do is that know how to be speeding up your braid, because you need to be fast. Increase your speed. Learn how to speed it up. If not, you're going to be there 2 years, you have not finished one full hair braid. No. When you learn how to install, next thing you have to practice my speed. You have to learn how to speed it up when you're doing braid, because you have a lot to install. So now you put it this way. When you have it this way, come right in the middle, because you splitted this hair into 2. Place this hair in the middle here. When you place this hair in the middle, you leave it this way. At this point, the other one we did, we used the rubber band to secure it. This one, we are not using the rubber band. If you know you're the type you don't want rubber band on your hair, go ahead and do this one. So when you do this, place them together. Split this hair into 3 equal parts. Look at it. Split it into 3 equal parts. Look at it. Then you braid this hair down. Braid the extension down in the middle. Why are we doing all these protocols? All these protocols are beginners friendly and they are good. Don't think they are not good. You just use it before you know you start braiding all the hair. Now that you've secured this one a little bit like this, what are you going to do? Bring this one down. I have videos about 3 minutes to 4 minutes on my accounts. So if you know that you want to practice this later, go onto my account. There are titles on it. You'll see that using the rubber band method, the first one, I have full videos on it that you can watch. Then you go ahead and practice it. Have you seen this one? Now that you've braided it down, you now go ahead and grab the extension that is 2 times bigger. Hold it. Then you adjust this mannequin. This method we are doing is called no crochet, no rubber band. Then you hold it. When you hold it, place this one in the middle on top of it. Secure it with your thumb and index finger. I've already explained to you. If you're just coming, when you're doing this method, you don't have to bother yourself, because the natural hair stays in the middle, because it's related to rubber band method. When you know how to braid, you cannot split your natural hair into other extensions. Let's go ahead and secure this one. Right. So now you're going to do this. Now, if you're a right-handed person, start with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, start with your left hand. So because I'm a right-handed person, we're going ahead to start. Take this one you have on your right hand, bring it into your left. Grab this one in the middle, secure it with your thumb and index finger. You don't let it unravel. Take this one you have on your left hand, bring it into your right hand. Can you see? You started braiding your hair already. That is how simple these methods are. If you're still waiting for natural and traditional method and it's delaying you for braiding hair, please, don't waste your time. Do not waste your time. Look at it. This one at this point, because you're not using the crochet pin or rubber band, it's just like the natural and traditional method. Then you go ahead and braid, but make sure that the extensions are covering the natural hair, because as a beginner, you just go ahead and braid this. When you know how to braid, you're going to split this hair into other places. Yes, this one. But now at this point, use your extension to cover it. Start braiding. Go ahead and start braiding. You see, the reason why we use our extension to cover the natural hair is called tucking in your natural hair, meaning that you don't want this extension you don't want your natural hair to be visible on top of your braids. It makes the braid last longer and it makes your braid look more professional. So now let's go ahead and quickly do this. If you're here, you've not followed the account, go ahead and follow the account, because you're going to get notification anytime I'm coming on live. If you're not subscribed, my dear, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe to my account. Thank you so much and God bless you. Thank you so much and God bless you all. I really appreciate you. And now I want everyone to be able to do their kids' hair going back to school. When you finish it, take a picture of it. When we come the day we are coming on live, come and show me what you have done so far with this method. Look at it. This method is, these 3 methods we've done now, they are related to the beginner's method. This first one, we use the crochet pin to insert it, and now we start braiding. This other method, we use only the rubber band. And this method, I like your hair. Thank you so much, my love. This last method is using no crochet, no rubber band, putting the hair in between, braid it down, then you start braiding. You see how it looks like the natural and traditional method of how you can do hair. So with these 3 methods, you've already known how to braid. So now I'm going to ask on the comment section before we move ahead, because I'm still going to teach you the other 3 methods. Can you do this last one again? Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much. Let me drink water a bit. Okay, now do the traditional method. I'm going to do that. We are going to repeat one from this method. Somebody say do the last one. So, well, how do I extend the extension, please? Not in this class. So go ahead. If you're coming to learn, our classes are going on at the non-rubber band crochet method again. Non-rubber band crochet method again. So, okay, and this one is, I'm going to do all that. Non-rubber band, that is 2. Let's see how many votes, because I'm going to do one of this method. Then the other method, you can go and watch it on the video. Then we'll move straight to the natural. I mean the natural traditional. Okay, don't worry. Natural traditional method, we are going to do it. Let's repeat one method from this method. Somebody's now saying, repeat the rubber band method. Please stop. Abu, please stop. Abu, why do you want me to stop? And you want to go and sleep? Not Abu, I should stop. You want to sleep? Do you want to sleep? Somebody said, please stop. Do you have any question? If you have any question, please put it. Please do the last one again. Just did my. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Let me go ahead and highlight this hair first. Let's go ahead and section out the hair that we're going to be working with. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome to the class. Classes are going on. These are free classes, but the paid classes whereby I'm going to pay attention to your work are going on. You see the leaflet? Go ahead and click onto the on my page where my bio is. You're going to see the stand store there. Click on it. If you want to register for the beginners, go ahead and do that. If you want the intermediate class, do that, please. If you want the advanced, go ahead and do that. I'll be waiting for you on the other side in my class. So now, let's go ahead and section this hair all through. Yeah, could you please show how to add the braids? Oh, don't worry, that's what we are trying to do, my love. Just pay attention, because everybody that is asking me questions, when you're going to get me the picture of the hair you did for your daughters or anyone, get it ready. You're going to show me in the class. After using this method, tell me how simple the methods are. How come this one is in the middle? When I was losing the hair, I didn't finish losing this. So let's go ahead and take this one off. Please tap. Let's move this slide to 10. How do I keep the braid even? Okay, the reason how you can keep your braid even is that you have to make sure your extensions are even. I'm going to explain all that to you. There's a lot you have to learn. If it's your first time of coming to the class, keep coming to the class. There are some topics, maybe when I'm busy doing some things, I might not raise the topic on today, but normally when we teach on the class, we treat a lot of topics, things that you can learn at the end of the day while we are learning how to do this braid. So let me section this hair. Go ahead, tap. I'm not seeing the button again. Oh my God, the like button, please put your hands on top of it. 139 of us, please tap. Let's move this slide to 10,000 like, please. Let's start to move it to 10,000 like. Go ahead, please. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I appreciate everyone. Tap on the screen while I'm highlighting this hair. We're going to highlight it round. Then we'll start doing our practicals. If you're joining for the first time, you're highly welcome. This class, we are really friendly beginners. If you don't know how to braid, with this class, you're going to learn how to braid. Seriously. I'm not even joking. But then if you want to advance more into the class, the paid classes are there now. So just go ahead and click on the link button on the bio. register. If you want the beginners class, put it there that you want the beginners class, or you can send me a message on my bio, I want to join the class, and I can send you the link. Then you can go ahead and register for it. So now let me go ahead and secure this one. Then we can now go ahead. I have two methods to repeat now from the previous one that we've done. Then we'll now move on to the natural and traditional method of how you can do this. So now that we have this one, let's go ahead and take this braid from this previous one. If you're joining for the first time and you've not followed the account, go ahead and follow the account. What are you waiting for? Because you're going to get notifications immediately I come live. It's going, the system is going to notify you. Oh, Grace is live, or Grace is calling you to come and join the class. That is what you will do. But if you're not following it and you start looking for me all over TikTok, or you keep looking for me on YouTube, you're not going to see me. If you're this subscribe, immediately you subscribe, it's going to give you notification. So now let's go ahead. Somebody said we should repeat this method, the other one with the rubber band and the last one without crochet and the rubber band. So when we repeat those two methods, I'm going to be fast about it. Then we'll now move straight into the natural and traditional method of how you can secure your braid. Those ones, they scare a lot of beginners off, but then that is why I say start from this method I'm teaching you, then gradually you move up into natural and traditional method. You won't even know when you start doing that, I'm telling you. So let's go ahead and comb this one. We'll brush this one with that. Always comb the hair. If the hair is tangled, don't put extension on a tangled hair, please. It's going to break your hair after you have it for 4 to 6 weeks. Always comb this hair out before you add extensions into it. So now this method we're going to do now is the first method with the rubber band method. You're going to comb the hair, split this hair into two. Look at it. When you split it into two equal parts, look at it, leave it this way for now. Then you're going to go ahead, grab your extension. Now I'm using a medium extension, and make sure that all my extensions are medium. If you're using a jumbo extension, make sure that all the extension you're taking for your braids are jumbo. Don't come and be mixing extension together. It's not the extension that is the problem. Just finish. My daughter said, oh my God, Mommy Sophia, just hold on. When I finish this class, I'm going to bring you up. That is Mommy Sophia. This is a student here. She learned how to do hair here. She's going to show us the hair she did for the daughter at the end of this class. Just hold on. When I finish my lessons, you're going to bring the picture to encourage people that they can learn online and do their kids' hair as well. Mommy Sophia has been saving her hair, money for hair now. She's been wonderfully doing well in this class, doing her kids' hair all the time. This is the braid we are going to be working with. Split it into ratio 2:1, meaning the one you have on my right hand should be 2 times the one you have on the left hand. So I'm going to gradually keep this one that I have on my left hand that is bigger. Please, can you do one for me? That is what we're doing now. I'm doing the braids for you now. So just go ahead and watch what I'm doing. This one, 2 method. This is the rubber band method. Look at it. Look at the braids. Do this way. Make sure you equate your extension to this level. When it comes to this level, now that you've brushed the hair, you split this hair into 2. When you split it into 2, come in right in the middle of this hair. Place that hair there. Look at it. Place it in the middle. Let me move the camera close so that you can see it. Place it in the middle. Have you seen it in the middle? Just go ahead and grab your rubber band. I want to buy one. Now you're going to take this extension and rubber band, tiny rubber band. Can you see it? Not the big one. So when you're buying, normally you can use 1 rubber band, but I use 2 because I don't want you to snap. If you want to use my method of using 2, go ahead and do that. So all you're going to do now is that take this natural hair, while your extension, the small part of your extension is in the middle like this. Cover it. When you cover it, you now secure it. Please, can you do the knotless braid for me, please? No, you are going to go into the class, my dear. This one, learn how to do this, please. Then you come into the class. I have the beginners class. I have intermediate class. You can come that. Then we'll now section all that. But I have the knotless braid on my page. You can watch the video. But on this slide, this is what we teach on this slide. So you now go ahead and secure this hair. Secure it right. When you secure it with the rubber band, make sure that you exhaust all the rubber band, because this hair is a little bit small, so it's going to make you go around the rubber band about 4 or 5 times or even 6 times. So don't worry about it. But if you have your hair and it's more bulkier, maybe like 2 or 3 times, it's finished. Go ahead and split this hair into 2. Look at it. After securing the rubber band, split this hair into 2. Push it on both sides. Look at it. on both sides, not too tight, because the more you push that hair and it's too tight, the more it's going to be tight underneath. I just want sent it to you. Okay, that is fine. Okay, mommy, don't worry. You're going to show us on live here. I know you just sent it to me. Just wait. Mommy Sophia, no rush, no rush. Let me be quick. So now when you do this, you have to bring it down. Look at it. Bring the natural hair down and the extension down and cover it. You now grab this other one. As I know you're watching, this is the second repeat now for this. So this method is a rubber band method without the crochet pin. Go ahead and equate your extension to the same level. Then you now adjust yourself. Hold this hair. Look at it. This one that you're going to braid now, the rubber band is there. Make sure the extensions, you're holding it like this. Look at it. Then you now place the middle of the hair. Look at what I'm doing. Place it there. Hold it. This is a simple method of how you can get into braiding. Hold it with your thumb. This is my thumb and that's my index finger. And now when you're doing rubber band method, the natural hair only stays in the middle. Don't worry about this. Go ahead and start braiding. When you know how to braid, you start splitting your natural hair into this. So now if you're a right-handed person, we start with this right hand. Bring it in from your right into your left. Right? We started already. You grab this one, secure it. From the left one, bring it into your right. That is it. This is the method, and you started braiding the hair already. Can you see how easy this method is? So now, the only thing I'm going to tell you is that now, because you have the natural hair right here in the middle, go ahead and use your extension to cover the natural hair. If you think you're confident to split your natural hair at this point, go ahead and do that, please. But at this point, as a beginner, I don't want you to start splitting and everything will unravel. Just pause a little bit, use the extensions to cover the natural hair. It's called tucking in your natural hair. Then you start braiding. Go ahead and start braiding. All it does is that it's going to make your braid look very, very neat and more professional. Can you see how beautiful my braid is? I have a brown shaded color and we are using green. You're not even seeing the brown shaded on my braid. So it's because I'm using my extensions to already cover the natural hair. So you go ahead and braid it until you finish braiding it. If you're coming here for the first time, you're highly welcome. In this class, we are beginners friendly in a way that I teach you methods that you use in getting into braiding. I'm telling you, before you start learning the natural and traditional method, which I'm going to show you here. So at this point, we are doing the rubber band method which is grouped in the rubber band method for beginners friendly class. So now this one is rubber band without the... Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and finish braiding this. Can you see it? You've already started braiding hair already. Go and try this method, the rubber band method. Look at it, simple. And at the same time, the advantage of this rubber band, please, I am just joining. Can I see how you picked it from the beginning? Oh my dear, what's her name again? We've done it. This is a repeat. Layomi, don't worry, I'm going to do the next one. You have a clue about it. But then if you want to watch the full videos, they are there. Go ahead and watch it. Because we're still moving up to natural and traditional method, and most people have been waiting for me to do that. I'm only repeating what we have done before for the clarity of those that are just joining. So now, this one is rubber band method without the crochet pin. If you have not followed the account, go ahead and follow the account. This period of time that we are on holiday, you have to braid your children's hair. Where will I watch this full video? Click on my picture where you've written GraceLawendhair tutorial. When you click on that picture, it's going to bring you on my page. All the videos are there on this page. Yes, I want to buy rubber band. Rubber band? Oh my God, my love, rubber band. Anyway, you have to go to any shop close to your shop, or you can decide to order it online. It's up to you. But any shop that is selling hair close to your shop, it's easier to just go in there and get your rubber band. They have the tiny rubber band. It's about £2 or so, or £2 or £1 plus. So now let's do the next method. This next method, I'm just going to repeat it at this point. If you're just joining, you're welcome to this class. You're highly welcome. So this method I'm going to be showing you now is the rubber band method. Is grouped to the rubber band method because we're using the same technique. But then I'm not going to use the rubber band or the crochet to achieve this one. Watch me as I do this method. Then we'll now move into the natural and traditional method of how you can add extensions to the hair. For those that already know how to braid, but then they want to secure it more, I'm going to show you. All you have to be doing, when you see me, when you're watching me installing all this hair, please go ahead and watch my hand closely to the camera. See the way I secure this hair. When you try it, you're going to get it definitely. When you try it, you're going to get it definitely. So now, this method we are going to do, if you're the type that don't want rubber band on your hair, please try this method. This method is no rubber band, no crochet pin. Now that we have the hair, I will not forget, because I teach you that. Even if I'm doing it on a training head, I will always comb the hair. Always make sure your hair is combed when you're inserting extension into the installing extension. So all you're going to do now, split this hair into two after combing it. Look at it. Split it into two like this, two equal parts. This is the method I use in doing this one now, but the only difference is that I use the rubber band to secure that. But on this method, I'm not going to use the rubber band. So if you're the type now that say, oh, I don't want the rubber band on my hair, go ahead and watch the way I do this. Excuse me. And this method I'm doing now is related to the natural and traditional method. It looks like it exactly. How to secure it. I'm going to take a little bit of extension out of this extension because it's a little bit bigger. Now, this is something that you are going to learn. If you are doing hair, for instance, and you're a beginner, for instance, you come to this point whereby you started taking all your extensions in bundle and the extension is just left like this. And you know that this extension is bigger than the size you're doing before, just slightly different. Take the slice different and put it, don't add it. Because if you add it, it's going to make your braid look different. So don't add it. Remove that small one. Take it out. You see the way I did it. Now I don't need this one. Take it out. You don't need it. So now this is the size I'm using. I'm now going to split this hair into two. When I split it into two, it means that I'm going to do it in ratio 2:1, meaning that the one I have on my right hand here should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. So what am I going to do with this one I have on my left hand? Take it and just keep it on one side. When you put it on one side, go ahead. Let me take a little bit, tiny bit, and add it to make sure that they are all this thing. So now, when you do this, you're going to equate it like this. Come in the middle of this hair that you split it into two. Look at it. When you take your hair, split it into two. Come and place the middle into this. See, this method is called no crochet pin. Let's keep tapping. Let's keep tapping, please. Thank you. Let's move the like to 15K. Move the like to 15K like. If you have not followed the account, go ahead and do that, please. Now, tap, 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 tap. I want to be seeing that love icon. Tapping, tapping, please. Oh, if you don't tap, they will restrict us from this life. I don't want us to be restricted. We're not idle here. Let's keep ourselves busy. Go ahead and subscribe to the account if you have not subscribed. If you have not followed, go ahead. Help us to meet our goal. Everything that you need in supporting, please do that. If you see the gifters, follow them because they will come to your life as well to help you. God bless you all for doing all that. Thank you so much. Okay, now we have already put these extensions in the middle where we splitted the hair into two. Instead of us to use the rubber band to hold on to this one now, like what we did previously, we're not going to use the rubber band. You go ahead and close this hair into two. Make sure that the extension is in the middle. Now split this natural hair into three. When you split it into three, braid this hair down a little bit. You see all this method you're doing, they are all beginners friendly and they are really good method to start with. Don't waste time and be waiting. I don't know how to do the natural and traditional method. And at the end of the day, you don't braid hair. No, please go ahead and use this method. Now that we just braided it down, we use it to secure the extension. You now go ahead and pull this extension down. Now we are halfway done. Oh. You just go ahead and grab the other side of your extension that is 2 times bigger than this one that you install in the middle. Then you now make sure that equate them on the same level. When you equate them on the same level, now we're about to braid this hair. You see the result of this hair now. Go ahead. This is my left hand, right? As you can see. Go ahead and hold on to this hair with your left hand. Let me push it to the point whereby you can see it. I hope everybody can see my hands. Then you go ahead and hold this extension. Look at it. Hold. Hey, whoa, don't follow. Mannequin head, please. I'm so sorry, my dear. Mrs. Annie. Sorry. I'm pulling up your hair too much. Don't be offended. So now, look at this. Then you're going to place this one here. When you place this one here, what are we going to do straight now? We are going to, if you're a right-handed person, straight away, because you're holding this hair with your thumb and your index finger with your left hand, then your right hand is going to start. If you're a right-handed person, use your hand to start first. If you're a left-handed person, use your left hand to start your braid. Now, because I'm a right-handed person, we're going to start with the right hand. Bring this one from the right hand into the left. Grab this hair in the middle, push it to the right, secure it. Then you bring the other left hand. That is it. You started braiding this hair already. Can you see how simple this method could be? Look at it. The hair is braiding already. So now, what I have to explain is that when you're doing this method, the natural hair stays in the middle. If you're confident enough as a beginner to split, and you know that this hair will not unravel, split the natural hair to other hair. But if not, please, my dear, leave it. Use your extensions to cover it and start braiding. What it does is that it's going to make sure that it's hiding all your natural hair, making your braids look very neat and more professional. Can you see it? Now, if you look at it, you see, now we're using a brown, our hair is brown while the extension is green. You're not even seeing any brown hair here. So you keep on braiding until you finish braiding. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome. In this class, all I teach in this class is teaching you 6 good methods of how you can start braiding your hair, installing your extension. Normally, I teach methods of, thank you so much and God bless you, Mommy Sophia. If you don't know how to braid at all, we have classes for that. I do that about 20 minutes before we get into this. But then if you want to go full into this class, I have the beginners class running out starting this January. Go ahead and enroll for the beginners class. We have the intermediate class. We have the advanced class. Check the courses that are available. Whichever is your level, go ahead and enroll. Anytime I'm on live, the prices are half price, but later on it's going to go back to full price. But on this live, this is what I teach. Then we'll teach you how to do this braid, teach you how to do all the method, and that's it. Okay, now let me explain the difference between this. Can you see this one that we didn't add the rubber band into? It looked exactly like the natural and traditional method. Look at the down, it's so nice and secure. Because we added a rubber band to this, it's made this one more puffy. So now this one is part of the group of the ones under the rubber band method, but this one is no rubber band, no crochet. Can it work nicely on short hair? Yes, absolutely. If you're doing it on the short hair, use the rubber band method. When you split that short hair into 2, put the hair in between, use your rubber band to secure it, then you start braiding your hair already. That is how easy this method could be. Okay, now we are done with this one. We are going to move into the natural and traditional method. If you know you're here and you want to learn the natural and traditional method, I have 3 methods I teach on this live. So we are going to start with the first one. When we start with, let me get the extensions out. We are going to start with the first one. The first method for the natural and traditional method, because I'm going to show you 3 ways to achieve that method. So if you're watching me now, the first set of technique we just did is the rubber band method, which are more like friendly to the beginners. But this one, if you know your confidence enough, try all the 6 methods I'm showing you, but stick on one. When you try to learn the 6 method and you exactly know the one that is suitable for you, follow that one and start braiding your hair with that one. So now we are going to go straight into the natural and traditional method. We finish the method of rubber band method, which is the beginner's method. I'm going to go straight to highlight this hair. Look at it. I'm using Annie. Annie, say hello to everybody. I've been holding your hair too much. Don't be offended, my love. She's so pretty. Annie is so pretty. She's always here. We use her to demonstrate every time I'm coming on live. So now let's go ahead and do what? Comb this hair that we are going to be working with. Make sure the hair is nicely combed. So now I'm going to explain to you the reason why we split our hair into ratio 2:1. Go ahead and get your extension. This is my extension, which is the medium size I'm using. Right, so this medium size I'm using at this point, I'm going to split it into 2. When you split this extension into 2, ratio 2:1. This is the reason why we split this into ratio 2:1. Do you know the reason why? Because when we are going to cross this, when I'm doing natural and traditional method, we're going to cross our extension. We are going to cross the extension. So now, because it's ratio 2:1, look at this one. This one is 2 times as this. That is why we call it ratio 2:1. And now the reason why we do ratio 2 to 1 is that when you cross your extensions like this, somebody was saying on the comment section, how do I make my braids even? This is the point whereby you can make your braids even. When your extensions are the same thing, look at these 3 extensions now. Now the one I have on my left hand, which is 2 times bigger, then we'll now cross this extension. The 2 tiny ones, when you join them together, is going to form one of these. Look at the 3 strands of extensions. They are equal. So when you have your extensions like this, definitely your braids are going to be even, because some here is not too small and the other one is not too big. So when you're braiding, it's going to give you an even braid. That is why you see all my braids. You see how beautiful they are, because my section the extensions into ratio 2 to 1, making the extension even more. So now we are going to start this. Look at it. I've crossed this extension. Most people say they don't know how to cross extension. How do you cross your extension? Let me explain. Now you take the smaller part of your extension, put it across the one that is bigger. Then you just go like this and cross it over. That is it. Then you hold it on the side. This first method we're going to do is the natural and traditional method of how to install your braids, right? So now this is the hair, nicely combed and detangled. So what are you going to do? Hold this one with your, watch this method. It's very, very simple. If you want to use this method, because most professional, this is the method they use from natural and traditional method. I'm going to show you 3 types, and this is the first one. So go ahead and place this extension right here, holding it with your thumb and your index finger. Let's make sure that Annie's hair, let's make sure that this horn is well positioned. So now you take the middle of this hair. Look at it, the way you cross it. Hold it here. Go ahead and hold your hair with your left hand, thumb and index finger. Place this one. So when you hold it with your thumb and index finger at that point, what are you going to do now? Take this one, then you now go round. Number 1, you hold it. This is the first one. Then you go again. Number 2, you come here. What are you going to do with this one when you secure it? Put it in between your 2 fingers. Then you open this one on your palm like this. Secure it and split the natural hair into 2 like this. When you do that, then you now go ahead and start braiding. Then you see how simple this method is. Can everybody see this method? Very, very simple. I didn't know that this method was simple until now. So at this point, because you're doing natural and traditional method, what are you going to do to this now? Take this natural hair now and split it. This one, give it to this other one a little bit. Can you see? Then you start braiding. Make sure that your extensions are covering your natural hair. It's called tucking in. Then you start braiding the hair. This first method I'm just doing now is the first method related to the natural and traditional method, where you cross the hair that you're doing. Can you see? If you notice that the extensions is not covering it, please go ahead and adjust it and cover it. When you do that, it's going to show you this. Can you see? You keep going and you finish braiding the hair. I'm going to show you the result of this. This is the first method related to the natural and traditional method. If you want to try this method, go ahead and try it. This time that we're going back to school on Monday, make sure you braid your children's hair. I want to see most of the pictures. If you've done your kids' hair, snap the picture. You're going to show me online that I use this method, and you tell me which of the method was good for you to use. Then you let me know it. It will help other people to know that they can learn. Thank you so much, Jay, for sharing the live. God bless you. Share the live. Let's move this like to 15K like. Tap, tap, tap. If you have not followed the line, what are you waiting for? Follow look at it. The first method related to the natural and traditional method. Can you see how beautiful all these braids are? This is how your braids is going to look beautiful if you're following the method. Can you see it? So now this is the first method related to natural and traditional method. We're going to move straight into the next method without wasting much of our time. I know most people, it's their bedtime. Normally I come these days because the kids are on holiday, I can just jump in anytime. Normally my time for coming online is 12 p.m. UK time to 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the kids start school. Then in the evening from 5 to 7. So, but then, since now they are on holiday, activities with them, do this, I just jump in anytime. Give me a few minutes, we're going to be rounding up so that we can all go to bed. Thank you so much and God bless you for joining my live. So now, This is the first method related to the natural and traditional method. You see how secured all these braids are. Now we are going to do the second method. Then after doing the second method, the last method is the most difficult method that people think, oh, how can I do this method? That is the method I'm used to. I'm going to show you. But this second method we're going to do that I show online here that is related to natural and traditional method is that this hair have to be the third strands. That is how most people do it. They use this hair to be the third strand. Let's keep tapping. Oh, let them not restrict us from this online. Thank you so much. Tap and share the video. Share the video for about 20 people on your platform, because most people don't know that we are here. Because the way I come in online, sometimes some people say, do we have something like this going on? Yes, we have. So at this point, we have something like this going on. So now I'm going to be splitting the natural hair extension I'm going to be working with. This one is a medium. I've already explained. If you don't know how to take your extension, make sure that when you start your braid, make sure that the extensions are the same thing until you finish all your braid. Don't take one jumbo. Don't take one shanty. You're welcome. Thank you so much for the gift. God bless you. So now, this is it. When we are doing this method, because I've already told you that this method is going to be, the hair is going to be the third strand. Now we are not going to split this extension. This is the size of the extension I'm using. I'm not going to split it. So watch me as I do this method. Most people, this is the method they do. Why I'm saying doing 6 method is that if you go and try this method and you think, oh, this method is better for you, go ahead and choose one out of the 6. After trying the 6 method, choose one out of the 6 and start braiding. Don't do the 6 method on somebody's head. No, try the 6 method I'm showing you. Then you now, in the process of doing the 6 method, you find out which of the method is good for you. Let me drink water, please. Give me some water. Then you go through that side and put it, please. Go and get some water. Thank you, mommy. Put it by the side. Go and give me water first, please. Thank you. So now this is the extension. This natural hair, we've combed it already. So the natural hair is going to be the third strand. If you're doing this method, if your hair is very short like this, you cannot use this method. If your hair is very short like this, go ahead and use the rubber band method. Thank you, Shanti. Oh, go ahead. Thank you. God bless you for doing that. But if your hair is half the middle, you can try this method. Put it there. Go and have it. So now, if your hair is longer than this, you can still do this method. So let's go ahead and do it. Take this extension. I'm not going to split it because this one is our third strand. Place it like this. Most people, this is the method they use doing the natural and traditional method. If you try this method and it's good for you, go ahead and use it. So now, if you're a right-handed person, you start this braid with your right hand. If you're a left-handed, start the braid with your left hand. So because I'm a right-handed person, I'm going to start this with my right hand. Take this one from the right hand, move it into your left hand. Grab your natural hair, move it to your right. Look at it. Move it to your right like this in the middle. Secure it. Take this one on the left, bring it to the right. So now you're going to braid this hair. When you braid it a little braid, make sure like 3 or 4 times, bring the natural hair in the middle. At this point, we are not going to be using this natural hair to start braiding all this hair. No. What are we going to do at this point? If you think this method is good for you, use it. Let's borrow some hair. That hair we could have splitted off before we start. Let's take it now. You're going to take it now and join to this. Braid it again. Then you come to this point, bring it up in the middle. Then you're going to take it again from here, do it. Then you start braiding. So all we are going to do now is take this one and add the natural hair, you see? But then we are going to now use our extensions to cover the natural hair. Use your extensions to now cover the natural hair. You see, most people like this method, but if you think this one is simple for you, go ahead and use it. Then we start braiding. Can you see it? Because we have used the natural hair to start, that is why you see the natural hair in between. That's why we didn't want to continue with the natural hair. Go and share with your brother. Share with your brother, not because I'm live now, you finish everything in the kitchen. So now you're not going to start braiding this hair. So this method is the second method related to the natural and traditional method. So always use your extensions to cover the natural hair. God, good life. So thank you so much and God bless you. So I'm going to continue to braid this hair until I finish braiding. So this is the second method. If you think this method is good for you, go ahead and use this method. The extensions is getting tangling. Let me just braid it quick. We don't start wasting much of our time so that I can show you the result. So the last method we're going to do today is a natural and traditional method. Tap in. Thank you so much. Red to lady. God bless you. Tap, tap. The more you just keep quiet, everybody like thinking, okay, the system, you think that we are idle. Well, no, don't worry. When we do this last one, I will call it a day. Then next time we'll come to the class, we'll continue. So now, this is the two methods that are related to the natural and traditional method. So the last one is the main thing that gives a lot of beginners problem. So let's go ahead and try it. But if you try this first one and you think it's okay for you, go ahead and use it. If you try the second one and you think it's okay for you, you go ahead and use it. But this method now is the one that you grab it all the way from the roots. This method. You see how I'm moving up gradually from the beginning of the rubber band. We move to the most difficult part from the new beginners. By this time, I know you're relaxed that I can do this now. I've shown you 5 good methods to get into braiding. By this time, when you're doing this one that you think is difficult, you now find it very easy that, oh, is it what they think is difficult? It's not difficult because you've seen me done all the easy ones. And now we move up to this. So let's go ahead and do this. With this method, I'm going to be holding my extensions on one hand. If you don't know how to hold your extension on one hand doing this method, you have to learn it online. Because if you want to go into business of braiding and you don't know how to hold your extension on one hand, my dear, you have to learn it. On this life, we have mothers that want to do their children hair. We have people that want to do their own hair. We have those that want to go into business for braiding. So we have different types of people that you want to do your friend's hair or anything. Please be here. This one, if you know really you want to go into business of braiding, you have to learn how to hold your extension on one hand. After learning those methods, learn how to hold your extension on one hand. Let me explain to you how you do this now. So now I'm going to be grabbing my extension. If you're joining me for the first time, you're highly welcome. We're having classes that will be running by this January. If you know you want to join the classes, go ahead and click on the button on top of my bio where you see the stand store. Register it. Click on it to take you right to the stand store where you can register. If you want the beginners class, go ahead and register. If you want the intermediate class, go ahead and register. If you want the advanced, go ahead. All the courses are split out there. When I'm live now, they keep going on half price. Well, very soon it's going to go back to full price. Click on it, then you go ahead. But if you really want to go into it, you can send me a message on my bio. I can send you the link. Thank you so much and God bless you. Now, let's go ahead and do the natural and traditional method. So now I've split this extension into 2, ratio 2:1. The one I have on my right hand should be 2 times the one I have on my left hand. Then I have to cross this. So when I cross this extension, what is going to happen at this point? Look at it. Look at the 3 strands of extension. They are equal. All it does is that it will make your extensions, your braids to be even. Always use the techniques of ratio 2:1 to split your extension when you're doing your braids. So go ahead and do that. So now the next step we're going to do, I'm going to be holding this extension on one hand. Have you seen the way I just hold it now? It didn't take me like few seconds or anything. So when you're getting used to this is how you're going to be holding your extension on one hand to install this hair. But I'm going to show you how I achieve this. If I'm going to explain to you now, it will take you about 1 minute or so to tell you. See, look at the 3 strands of hair. Now you go this way. This is my right hand. Now it's my right hand. I have my thumb, I have my index finger, I have my middle finger, I have my ring finger, and I have the little and pinky finger. Look at the fingers. What we used to do at the hair is our fingers. So if today you're watching me and you've not tried placing your hand to do your braids, you've not started at all, because you can watch me all day. If you don't practicalize it yourself, you won't get it. Take your hands. Now, bring out your extension to learn how to hold it on one hand. Take your right hand. This is my right hand. Hold this part of the strand of extension with your thumb and index finger. This is my left hand. Hold the other strand of extension with my thumb and index finger. Look at the last strand that is remaining. Where are you going to place it? Look at my 3 fingers. They are supporting fingers. Place it there. Look at it. When you place it there, do not let this hair wobble. If it wobbles like this, you're not going to get it. Let it be firm. Look at it. You see how firm it is? When it's firm like this, all you're going to do, take your right hand, look at your right hand, the middle finger on your right hand, place it like this. Then you go ahead, turn only your right hand. I'm only turning my right hand. Look at it. My right hand is turning, and I'll now bring my index finger out from here. That is it. Holding your extension on one hand. That is how you can do it. Now, if you just watch me do it and you didn't get it, I have a video that when you're ready, get your extension, go into my page, you see the video, how to hold your extension on one hand, then you practice it yourself, you're going to get it. The way I just explained, that is the way I explained it on the video. So now let's go ahead and secure this hair. Now we are doing the natural and traditional method that most beginners find very difficult to install. What you're going to do, this is the hair, I'm holding my extension. Open your thumb and your index finger a little bit here. Come right here where the hair is. Watch my hands. Watch deeply from the camera into my hands to know how to do this. I'm going to hold this one like this. Now, when I hold it like this, the next step I'm going to do, I release my left hand. I'm going to use my left hand to split this hair up. Take one part of this hair. When you take it up, the next step you're going to be taking, you're going to be holding now drag this one. When you drag it, take your index finger now, put in between this hair and the extension and split it into two. When you do that, release your hands. Let me move this one well. Then you now go ahead now and grab this hair. Look at it. When you grab this hair like this, you start braiding it. Secure it to the roots. That is where most people have problem. Secure it not too tight, but secure it to the room. Because if you pull it too tight, it's going to be tight for those that are doing it. Secure it. Wait, this mannequin, what is it? Sorry, I'm so sorry now. We have to finish. So now you have to braid it. When you braid it 3 or 4 times, the next step you're going to do, flip your hands. Flip your hands this way. Flip it. When you flip it this way, then you now turn it and start braiding. All you're going to observe with this method is that automatically when you're installing this hair, it has splitted your natural hair into all the extensions. Can you see? That is why it's called the natural and traditional way of adding extension. Then remember to use your extensions to always cover your natural hair, any braids you're doing. Whether you're doing the beginners or whether you're doing the natural and traditional method, then you now go ahead and start braiding your hair. Go ahead and braid it. You see? When you go ahead and braid this, it's going to make your braid look very, very nice and more secure. I'm going to show you. Let me make it fast. I like this method. Yes, you like that is the method. This method that you like. That is why I say try all the 6 methods. I have a student here. She's on holiday now. Her name is Kolifa Buchi. She's not here. When I asked all the students to try the 6 method, she tried it. The only one that gets into her hand is this one. Now she can use this method to braid her hair, and she did it all through the mannequin. And she showed me. I said, you're really okay now. Go ahead and start taking clients. If you know you want to go business, go ahead and take clients, because what I've seen that you've done so far is really, really encouraging and is really good. So now try the 6 method. You never can tell. Maybe it's this method that will get into your hand immediately. Then you start using the method straight away. Nothing more, nothing less. So now let me finish this braiding, then I'll show you what we have done. So this method is the natural and traditional method of how you can install your extension that most people have been finding very difficult. Let me wait. You see it? What it does is that you secure it from the root. Look at it. You take it all the way from the root and secure it. Look at it. Now, you see this method and this method that we did for the rubber band method without rubber band and crochet, they are very similar. So if you're a new beginner, you can use this method. It's almost similar to this. This method, you're not going to grab it from the root. You know the way we did it. No crochet, no pin, no rubber band. You see 2 of them. That is why I told you that it's similar to the natural and traditional method. So that is it. So this method, with this 6 method I've explained to you guys now, you can be able to go ahead and start very similar. Yes, it's very similar. So, and this one, the method of doing this is different from this. So this one is securing it from the root. This one is splitting the hair into to put the extension and braid it down. Then you start braiding. So you see, that is what the method is now. So with this 6 method, I'll be able to tell you now that if you try it, even from today, you start braiding hair already. So go ahead and try it, because we use our fingers to do hair. So you have to try it yourself to know how far you have gone before. So now what we're going to do, because it's a bit late, we're going to close them tomorrow. I'm going to try and bring us up, make an invitation for us. Let's discuss for like 15 minutes before we go. For most people that want to take their children to bed now, because we know we are on holiday, we'll start regulating them how to go back to bed, because most of them, they will not want to go back to bed until 11 o'clock our time. But we'll start teaching them now, because on Monday we are starting school. Let's go. If I send the invitation, please accept it. Let's discuss for a few minutes. Let's discuss for a few minutes before we start going. I'm sending out the invitation. Just accept it and come in, please. Oh, my dear YouTube, I don't know how to bring us up on this level. One day I'll do only YouTube so that I'll be able to bring us up. I'll learn that stuff. I want to interact with my students on YouTube, please. So now let's go ahead and, okay, now let me send the invitation. We have 3 more people. Go ahead and accept it. Let's discuss. If you have anything to talk to us, if you have any work to show us, please, it will encourage other people to know that they can learn online. If you want to join the classes are enrolling now. Go ahead and click on my bio. You see the stand store. Beginners class are there, intermediate class are there, and the advanced class is there. So go ahead and choose. So now let's start off. Thank you so much for joining. Let's keep tapping so that I won't get restricted. For the few minutes we're going to be here, let's tap, and we're going to go. Look at it. If you're joining us, this is what we've done today. We did some of the, I don't used to finish it, because if I keep finishing it, it's going to take us a long time to live here. So, but this is what we did today before we come to the class. If you know you've not tried this, go online. I've sent in the video. This is butterfly cornrow. First of all, you have to braid your hair down. Use the crochet pin to insert your extension. If you want it in 2 colors, like it starts with the gold one first, then you start installing the red one, then you go ahead and do this. Mommy Sophie, my Mommy Sophie, let's start with Mommy Sophie. Let me expand my camera.
Evening, ma.
Let me expand this one first, so that they'll be seen.
Okay, let me on my.
Mommy Sophie, good evening. How many are you taking? Go and put it back. Put it back. Don't disturb me on life now. And with my mom is them. Sorry, let me drink water, please. Thank you so much, Mommy Sophie. Okay, let me bring you on the big camera.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening, ma. How are you? Happy New Year to you. I see my beautiful mom is there. Let me see your face on the line.
How's the family?
Everybody's doing great. Everybody's doing. And yours too?
Well, bless God.
Oh, thank God for that. Let's see what you've done. I know you have become a professional.
You are trying, yeah?
Mommy Sophie, she started learning hair online. Anytime she's doing her children hair, she's showing us.
Let me show you the hair. Oh, yeah. Look at the back of the hair. You are seeing it?
Oh, my God, Mommy Sophie, professional woman.
Look at the back.
Oh, my God. She started learning hair online for every information. Let me see if I can show. Let's see if we can show you too.
But it's not like yours, so oh yeah. Look at the front.
That's beautiful. You see? Oh my God, Mama, you have gone far. Oh, I beg. Start it.
Mama, it's not easy, yeah.
Hey, whoa, my lights don't go off. Oh, where is the charger? Bring charger. Put charger. Hey, Jesus. So this thing don't go off. Hey, whoa. Light don't go off. Oh, sorry. Battery is gone down. Everything is gone. How are we going to go back to this? Hey.
Mommy, it ended then.
It's finished like that.
Hi, Mommy.
It came out then.
Let's go.
I'm still on live. The battery is gone down. It's so sad.
Your live is ending.
Oh, it's not good.
You can always start a new one.
No, not new one. We just
Please,
give
Mommy.
it.
Please, me, I want to ask.
Battery is gone down. Anyway, let's just end up the live because now the battery is gone down. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you, YouTube. I really appreciate everyone. The battery of the other one is gone down, so we cannot continue. So let's see, leave it for the next time. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I really appreciate everyone. Mfobasi, Not Abu Penny More. Thank you so much for giving comments, and God bless everyone that have subscribed to my channel. God bless you all, and I'll see you on the next class. If you're not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe, because when I'm coming on live, it's going to give you that notification that we're live. This is all we do on live. We do different hair techniques of how to get into braiding. Thank you so much, and my name remains Grace Lawend, and from GraceLawendhair. Bye everyone for night, and good night. I'll see you in my next class. Bye. Thank you so much.
Go ahead.